Ever looked at those incredibly affordable smart TVs and thought, what's the catch here? Today, we're doing a deep dive into one of them, the Amazon Fire TV 40-inch 2-series HD smart TV. Our mission is to really unpack its value, versus its compromises based on a big consumer research report we've got.
That's right. In this model, it's clearly positioned as a budget gateway into Amazon's world, their content, their smart home stuff. But yeah, the sources we have definitely point to some pretty significant performance issues. That report gave it an overall score of just 62 out of 100.
Only 62, wow.
Yeah, and the bang for buck rating, 6.5 out of 10. Which, sounds okay maybe, but it's a bit of a first red flag. It signals that, yes, the price is low, but you're giving up quite a bit.
Okay, let's unpack this then. What makes its position in this sub $200 market so unique? Is it really just about selling cheap hardware?
Well, what's fascinating is that it's likely not just about the hardware cost itself. It seems much more like a customer acquisition play for Amazon's wider ecosystem. Prime Video, Alexa, all of that. The TV hardware itself is probably subsidized. Think of it as a vessel, really, designed to get that Fire TV operating system and Alexa right into your living room.
Right. That makes total sense from Amazon's perspective. A Trojan horse, almost.
Kind of, yeah.
But for you, the person actually buying and watching this thing, what about the TV basics? Picture quality, where's it good? Where does it fall short?
Okay, so the resolution, 1080p Full HD. For a 40-inch screen at a normal viewing distance, that's adequate, perfectly fine. But the biggest issue, the most significant flaw, according to the testing, is how dim the display is. Extremely dim.
How dim are we talking?
Professional tests measured its peak brightness at only 252 nits.
Okay. Is that bad?
It's very low. To give you some context, decent mid-range TVs often hit 500, 600 nits, and premium ones, they can go well over 1,000. So 252 nits means in any room with moderate light, even just daylight from a window, the picture can look dark or washed out. And it technically says it supports HDR, HDR10 and HLG, but honestly, the panel just isn't bright enough to make HDR look meaningfully different. You won't get that punchy, vibrant effect.
But there's a slight upside.
There is one, yeah. Because it uses a VA panel type, it actually has respectable black levels. So if you're watching in a completely dark room, movies might look okay. The blacks will be fairly deep.
Okay, so dim picture, unless it's dark. What about the smart features, the Fire TV experience? That's a big selling point, isn't it? Or supposed to be.
You'd think so. That integrated experience is key. But, this is where a lot of the user complaints come in. Sluggish performance is a huge one.
Sluggish how? Like slow loading apps?
Yeah, slow loading apps, long boot up times. Sometimes it just freezes. Switching between apps or even just changing the input, like to your game console, can involve noticeable delays. It feels laggy, unresponsive.
And does it stay that way or get worse?
That's the crucial part. Our sources and tons of user reports point to a predictable decline over time. It might feel okay-ish when you first get it, but many people say after just 1, maybe 2 or 3 years, it slows down significantly.
Why? Software updates.
Exactly. New updates come out for Fire TV, adding features or whatever, but the hardware inside this very cheap TV just can't keep up. It gets strained. So even though Amazon guarantees security updates for at least 4 years, the actual usability can degrade well before that.
That's not great.
No. And the interface itself, it tends to be quite busy, lots of ads, and heavily pushes Amazon's own content, which some people find annoying.
Okay, so dim picture, sluggish, and declining performance. Any other big red flags people should know about before jumping into this Amazon ecosystem TV?
Well, definitely not one for serious gamers. The input lag measured at 27 milliseconds.
Which means?
For watching movies or TV shows, it's fine, you won't notice. But for fast-paced video games, that delay between pressing a button on your controller and seeing the action on screen is just too high. It'll feel off. Frustrating.
Okay. Not for competitive gaming then.
Not at all. And another thing, a design quirk that drives users mad, is the forced navigation. You always have to boot into the main Fire TV home screen and select a user profile before you can switch to an HDMI input like your PlayStation or cable box.
Ugh, really? Even if you just want to play a game?
Yep, every single time. Which is especially annoying when the whole system is already feeling slow and laggy. Right. Extra steps, extra waiting.
So pulling this all together, what does this mean for you listening right now? If you're considering this TV, how do you decide if it's actually the right fit, despite the price?
It really boils down to managing expectations and knowing your specific needs. Think about where you'll put it. Is it a bright living room? If so, maybe avoid this TV because of the dimness. Is it a dark bedroom? Could be okay. And what will you do with it? Just casual streaming of Prime Video or Netflix now and then? Maybe the sluggishness won't bother you too much initially.
But if you want a game, or if you hate waiting for things to load,
Yeah.
then probably look elsewhere. And maybe the biggest question is, are you willing to put up with a slow, potentially frustrating interface that might get even slower over time just to save money up front?
Right. That trade-off. Exactly. Which leads to maybe a provocative thought to leave you with. This TV offers a super low entry point into that whole connected smart TV world. But does an all-in-one system like this, which seems almost designed to slow down over a couple of years, does that actually represent better long-term value? Or might you be better off perhaps spending a little bit more on maybe a dumber TV with better picture, and then adding a separate, more powerful streaming stick or box something you can upgrade easily when it starts to feel slow without replacing the whole screen? Something to think about.